Now let's do a little experiment to show the differences between the different camera formats, specifically referring to the size of the negative film or sensor in the camera and how that affects the photo. Here I have a collection of 3 formats, starting with 35mm. Then a step up, we have 6 centimeters by 7 centimeters, and the one above it, the Hasselblad, is 6 by 6 centimeters square. And then the large format has a film size of around 100 millimeters, so 10 centimeters by 12 centimeters, or 4 by 5 inches. For example, here is an exposed 4 by 5 piece of film, and you can see how it fits on the large format camera back. If you remember those cameras that we all used to shoot with when we were kids, those were 35mm cameras, and they had very small, film sizes compared to the 4 by 5. That's 4 by 5 inch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same image with camera A, B, and C, and I'm going to use approximately the same focal length for each picture. So I have a series of lenses here that are very close. I can't get them exactly the same, but they have very similar focal lengths, all around 50mm. So the Canon 5D has a 50mm lens on it. The Hasselblad has a 45mm lens on it. It's a 45mm f4 lens, and the large format camera has a 47mm lens on it. This is a very special lens. It's a let's see if I can show you, Schneider Kreuznach Super Angulon 47mm f5.6 with a viewing angle of 120 degrees. So all very close, 50, 45, and 47. And what I'm going to do is I've set up a scene here, and it's a very simple scene. 2 chairs with a light in the middle. I'm going to put the cameras on this tripod, and I will not move the tripod between images. What you will notice is that this lens is super wide, and it will actually capture a cone of view here that will include the front of the camera. It's actually so wide that it captures the camera itself, and I can't take a proper image with this camera because it's completely analog, and I don't have the time or the inclination now to develop the film. But I will show you how the image focuses on the focusing screen here. When one takes a photo, you move this, you open up this focusing screen and you slide the film into this gap, but we won't do that today. And as you can see, it's quite difficult to see what's going on the screen, so it helps when you cover it. I'm just going to cover it with my jacket here. Okay, now you will notice that it's difficult to photograph because some parts of the image are super exposed where the sun is falling, and also the image is upside down because it's projected onto the film plane. Modern cameras reverse the image for you, but in the old cameras they're upside down. You can see that the camera actually captures the door jambs on either side, and then the image itself. Now it's Mr. Hasselblad's turn. Look how nicely this battery fits in here. Zero gap. Okay, the tripod has been reset. Take a picture with the Hasselblad now. Okay, so here we get an idea of what that looks like. Now it's the Canon 5D's turn. Show us what a 50mm photo looks like. Okay, we're looking through the viewfinder now. Taking a photo. Where is the photo? Oh, it didn't come out. Okay, we are now looking through the viewfinder of the Canon. I will take a photo. Okay, and see what the photo looks like. Can't see so clearly, but I'll show you in better light. Okay, Mr. Canon. See, that kind of looks like that. Okay, so first up we have the large format. You can see it's very wide. You can see both chairs and a lot of space around. Then the medium format, the chairs are cut off. And in the 35mm you can only see half of one chair. Just for comparison, I'm going to put this 210mm lens on my medium format camera, and I will show you how differently this camera projects the image on the focusing screen. Okay, now we've got the 210mm Fujinon lens on here, and 210mm means, you know, this lens is like an hourglass shape, but in the middle is the narrowest point. I don't know, there's probably an optical term for that, but the distance between, you know, where the film plane is, the focusing plane, and the narrowest point of the lens here, or where the aperture is 210mm. There's an aperture inside the lens that opens and closes. So now this 210mm lens is much brighter than the one I previously showed you. So much so, in fact, that I don't even need to cover it. I can see with the naked eye exactly what's going on. And I'll show you how clear it actually is when I focus. There is a knob here with which I focus, and that moves the front lens, you see. So if I focus on this image, look at that, look at that. You can see exactly the texture and everything very nicely. So the 210mm lens shows much less of the field than the 47mm.